Hi, on the previous video we have seen tasks related to the map of ancient civilizations on the Unit 1 Exploring the Past. I hope you did the tasks. Today I gave you possible answers for the tasks. So for the first one, ancient civilizations presented on the map are ordered from left to right. We have Greek civilization, Egyptian civilization, Sumerian civilization, ancient Babylonian and ancient Indus Valley civilization, and Chinese civilization. That's what we see as civilizations on the map. There are others, of course. The ancient Sumerian civilization was founded 5,500 years ago. Ancient Egyptian 5,000 years ago. Ancient Greek 4,000 years ago, with Babylonian civilization 4,000 years ago too. Chinese civilization 4,200 years ago. Indus Valley civilization 4,500 years ago. For the task true-false related to the passage, so we have the first sentence false, the second true, the third true, the fourth not mentioned, and the fifth sentence false too. So these are the possible answers for task 1 and task 2. I hope you did well on these tasks. For tick the right answer, we have the oldest civilization, according to the passage, is the Sumerian one. The Greek civilization started in the island of Crete at the Mediterranean Sea. Then it spread all over the world. Ancient civilizations collapsed because of powerful invaders who attacked them to look for food, because food was a need at that times. Now ask questions with the underlined information or words. For the first sentence we say, how many civilizations has the world known so far? For the second we say, what is the world's earliest civilization, or what's the earliest civilization of the world? Both are correct. Now for vocabulary, the synonyms of emerged, developed, fell, and from the list, we have for emerged, started, began, rose, and originated. For developed, we have bloomed, reached, developed, spread, flourished, increased, expanded, matured, evolved. And for emerged, we have appeared to. For fell, we have declined, fell, descended. For end of civilization, we can say also vanished, collapsed, disappeared, destroyed, ruined. For WH words, we have a list of WH words with which we ask questions to find information, different information and functions of WH words that we are going to see later on. WH words are who, what, where, when, how often, whom, why, how many, how much, how old, how far, which, whose, what for, and why don't. The rule how to ask questions with WH words, we use WH word plus auxiliary, either to be or to do or to have, plus subject plus the rest of the sentence, the objects or the complement. Auxiliary takes the tense of the verb of the given sentence. If it's present, it's present. If it's past, it takes past. If it's future, it takes future. Examples with WH questions and their functions. Who is that girl? Person subject. We ask about person subject. Whom did you invite? We ask about person object. Whose book is this? Ownership. Who is the owner? Where are you? Place, position. When did you leave the party? Time, occasion, moment. Why do you ask for reason, or do you ask for explanation? Why don't you revise your answers? Suggestion or advice. What's the matter? Specific thing or specific object. So this is for the functions of WH words. As you see, we ask them with different auxiliaries. Auxiliary to do, auxiliary to be, and even auxiliary to have. Now, what is the letter for reason? Which dress should I wear? Red or black? Choice or alternative? How do you manage your time? Way or manner? We ask about the way or the manner or the form. How much is this watch? A quantity for uncountable nouns or a price of something. How many students are in the class? A quantity for countable nouns. So we ask about the number. How often do you visit your relatives? Frequency. How many times? How far is it your school from your house? Distance from school house. We ask for distance from school house. How old are you? Here we ask about the age. So these are the different functions of WH words and different information they gave us with these sentences. We move to something else, which is the example. So I gave you example of WH question for subject, WH question for to find the verb, WH question to find direct object, and WH question to find a place. Ahmed, as it's going to be appeared on the video. Okay, so we say Ahmed takes his lunch in the kitchen. 1, 2, 3, 4. For Ahmed, we say, who does take his lunch? It's Ahmed. What does Ahmed do? Ahmed takes his lunch in the kitchen. What does Ahmed take? Ahmed takes his lunch. Where does Ahmed take his lunch? Ahmed takes his lunch in the kitchen. Okay. The auxiliaries, we have the auxiliary to be, the auxiliary to have, to do. For simple past, to be, we say was. For the personal pronouns I, he, she, it. And we say where. For personal pronouns we, you, they. For present, we say I am for I. And we say is for he, she, it. And we say are for you, we, they. For future, we say shall, will, be. For all the pronouns, I and we shall. I shall, we shall. For other pronouns, we say will be. Shall be, will be. For to have, for the simple past, we have had for all the pronouns. Has for he, she, it. And have for we, I, you. And for the future, we say will have. For the auxiliary to do, did for all the pronouns and the simple past. For the present, does for he, she, it. And do for I, we, you. And for the future, we say will do. I will do, you will do, he will do, she will do. So this is for the forms. For negative forms, was not or wasn't, were not or weren't. For the future, will not be. And for the present simple, we say is not or were not. For the auxiliary to have, we have had not, has not, hasn't, have not, haven't. And for the future, will not have. For the auxiliary to do, we say did not, didn't. For the past, does not, doesn't. For the present, do not, don't. Or for the future, will not do. For past participle, for auxiliary to be, it's been. For auxiliary to have, it's had. For auxiliary to do, it's done. I hope you liked the video and you understood much better the WH words and their functions. Thank you for watching. Just a remark اللي ما يفهمش الإنجليزية كيفاش راني نهضر بالإنجليزية، كاين الشرح بالعربية في الصندوق الوصف. نتمنى تشوفوه وتعاودوا توليو تشوفوا الفيديو بالإنجليزية لأنه أفضل باش تعلموا اللغة الإنجليزية. شكرا.